The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, good Friday morning to you, and welcome to the show. Senior producer Ryan Nicholson in charge of things this morning. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. We are in the Jarrett Construction Studios, right on time, right on budget. Visit jarrett-construction.com. Phone calls to the show, a service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, Spring Street, Charleston. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Taylor, on Virginia Street, Charleston. Visit bestmastertaylor.com. We are on the eve of, many people are saying, the biggest snowstorm in about 10 years. But it's not just snow we're talking about. We're talking about sleet, freezing rain, in some cases just rain, and possible power outages. So tell me again how much you guys want the snow and the winter weather. Standing by, Angie Gillenwater from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Of course, the hunting and fishing show is still a go for the weekend. Glen Jarrell from the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association will join us to talk about that. And if you need something to look forward to, all right, always thinking about the weather. Let's think about something in the future. Carnival is coming back to Clay Center. Bradley Harris will join us to talk about that. Plus your calls and texts too. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-500. We're going to get to Angie here momentarily, but before we do that, let me introduce you, if you haven't already heard the news, without further ado, the newest member of the MetroNews team. You know him, you love him, and he's one of us now, meteorologist Bryan Hughes. How you doing, man?
I'm great. I can finally say I'm glad to be a part of the team.
You are one of us, for whatever it is.
You've known for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We've been working on this weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
It's almost 2 months.
But we got you here. So Bryan Hughes, you've seen him on television for years, and he is now part of us. And what better timing, as David Letterman would say, Brian, as timely as today's headlines with this major winter event coming in. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, but we're not going to spend the whole show talking about that. As I said, we're going to talk about Carnival, we're going to talk about the hunting fishing show, and we're going to try to get a cat adopted this week with our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. But we will get to the weather, and we'll get a little background on you as well for people who, you've been here. How long were you in the television market?
So I was on air 14 years to the day. Worked at WWK 14 years to the day.
All right.
But I've been on radio for 32 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So now you started in radio 32 years ago.
All right. And now you're here. By the way, nice shirt. Brian comes in rocking a Metro. Hey, Ryan, did you see this? TJ, did you see this guy's shirt? Look at this MetroNews shirt he's got. I don't have one of those. I've been here for 6 years. What the heck, man?
Well, I know how to work the system a little bit already.
It's already started. Let's bring in Angie Gillenwater from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Angie, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, and congrats, you guys, for getting somebody new to hang out and talk with you.
I'm excited to be here. And I love this little kitty cat, by the way.
Now, Brian, do you know Angie? Do you guys know each other?
We've run into each other a number of times.
Okay.
And here's the deal. My dog is adopted.
Yeah, arguably next to Baby Dog, the most famous dog in West Virginia.
That is correct.
and Bosun was a shelter dog, right?
Yeah, absolutely, she was, and so she is now. Let's see here. She 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's almost 8 years old now.
Okay, and our good friend Logan Scott from his sister station V100 just took home Jupiter a couple of weeks from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. Beautiful dog, Angie.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm saying follow in their footsteps. Adopt, adopt, adopt.
Well, I don't have to do that because my cats just find us. They just show up at our house and go, like they just show up and go, hey, I'm here. What are we eating? That's pretty much like Steve Animal does at my house, to be honest with you. I'm here. They just don't ask for beer. That's about the only reason. That's about the only difference. All right, so let's get to our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. And as always, we have the picture posted over on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook, also the WCHS Network Facebook page, as well as at Dave A70 on X. It is a cat this week, a cat known as Harvey. Tell us Harvey's story, Angie.
So I figured we'd do a cat this week. We haven't in a very long time. So Harvey actually came to KCHA as a stray. He's about 3 years old. We neutered him. We got him vaccinated, and now he is living life at the Petco Penthouses in Southridge.
I love that name, by the way. Yeah. The Petco Penthouses.
Yes, indeed.
That's what they are.
All right.
But go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you, do we know what Harvey's story? I mean, Harvey come in as a stray, or do we know?
Yeah, just a stray. Somebody had found him wandering around their neighborhood, and we were like, "All right, bring him on in. We can fix that."
And fix him, you did, because he's already neutered.
Yeah.
All right.
In more ways than one.
More ways than one. And beautiful, beautiful cat. And again, his picture's posted over on my social media, so go check it out. So this is you tell me, a very, very sweet cat that loves people too, right?
Yes, I actually got to go see Harvey yesterday when I took more cats to the Petco Pet House. I'm their Uber there. I got to see him, and he was just sticking his little tiny paws through the holes in their kennels. I opened up his kennel, and he immediately just climbed on top of me, was purring, wanting attention. So he's very sweet and very loving if you're looking for, like a personal space heater.
And, people talk about cats all the time. And again, people say I'm a cat person. I like dogs too. It's just, cats are a lot simpler. But people, I think, have a misconception about cats. I had a buddy of mine one time said, God, why would you want a cat? They're so standoffish and so on and so forth. They're just like humans and like some dogs. I mean, they all have different personalities. Our two cats love people, even though they rarely ever see people because I don't like people coming to my house. But our cats absolutely, when people come in, they love people. My one cat is like my cat. He follows me everywhere in the house. He lays beside me on the couch. I mean, not all cats are that stereotype about cats, I guess, Angie.
Exactly. I always tell people that don't like cats, you just haven't met the right cat yet. Because when you meet the right cat, it will turn you into a cat person.
You know what? What's beautiful about this cat? I mean, it's white along with this cream color that he's got up around the face and those dark eyes. I mean, just a gorgeous gorgeous kitty.
Yeah, he is the long hair too. I'm a big fan of like a really fluffy looking cat.
Well, listen, if you like fluffy snow, you probably like a fluffy cat, and this is the one to adopt. And listen, the Petco Penthouses, we absolutely love Petco. Petco Love is the foundation. They donate back to the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association and many other groups all across the country. And I know Chelsea. She is now the president. She is now running Petco Love across the country.
Nice.
So we're very excited about that. A West Virginia native from up there in Clendenin. She's doing that. Their donations to the shelter have been immense over the years.
Yes, they have. Every time that you adopt from Petco, you're helping not only the animal, but you're also helping Petco give back to not only your local shelter, but you're helping them give back to shelters across the nation. So please consider adopting if you're looking to adopt from one of our Petco locations, because again, it helps in numbers, in droves.
Indeed. I want to talk about the weather, not talking about the snow and ice, but I want to talk about the cold right now. The cold is getting ready to stick, and even after we get through this snow event, and Brian's going to talk about it later on the show, but once we get through this snow event, the snow is going to stay on the ground until August or something like that, because it's not going anywhere for a long, long time, and the temperatures are going to be some of the lowest we've had in a long time. We're not talking about wind chills. We're talking about actual temperatures below zero or early next week. Bring your pets in when you can, and there are always those that say, my animal loves it outside. All right, I'm not going to get into that argument. You do you. But what can people do for some of the neighborhood strays that are out there?
So for neighborhood strays, if you have a building or a garage or anything like that, that you can store them in at least until, the temperatures raise a little bit out of single digits. That is obviously the best way to help. But if you can't do that, putting down straw rather than blankets or anything, that is soft material, that is going to be your best bet in keeping strays warm. Blankets can freeze with the temperatures dropping. Straw does not. Straw actually insulates. Mm-hmm. So especially if you have stray cats in your area, if you take an old storage tote, cut a hole in it, fill it with straw, that works as a makeshift shelter for the stray cats in your area, and possibly some dogs that are small enough to fit into a tote.
And that's something I learned in doing this segment with you, because I wouldn't have thought about the blankets. They freeze and they're hard as a rock when it gets down to a certain level.
Yeah, that's actually something that I've learned at the shelter working there, is that I would automatically think, insulating with like fleece lined blankets and like just really big comforters. But actually, that is the worst thing that you could probably do. Straw is the best insulator when it comes to that. And
always make sure, too, that if you leave out water for them, that you keep, because it's going to freeze. Make sure that you're replenishing that water, because, they're not very good with ice chippers. Animals aren't. So let's keep that in mind. I'm going to presume that you guys are you guys out and about anywhere this weekend?
We are not.
Good call. Good call.
This beginning of the week, and we decided we're going to hunker down and focus on getting the animals care this weekend with the impending weather.
I got you there. Hey, I got some good news, Angie, because last week we got Ozzy adopted. Our pet of the week last week, Ozzy got adopted, right?
Absolutely. I did the segment on Friday, and I had probably 4 or 5 people that wanted to meet Ozzy, and he was adopted on Saturday, the following day, from this show. So I want to send out a thank you to everybody that was listening and put in their applications for Ozzy.
I was just kind of curious as to whether it was on this segment or if it doesn't really matter as long as we get him adopted, because I don't normally do this, but I also shared Ozzy's picture and profile on the 98.7 The Mountain Facebook page, because, it's a rock station, and the dog is named Ozzy.
Exactly.
And so I didn't know whether that had anything to do with it or not, but I know we certainly got private messages to the Mountain Facebook page about Ozzy as well.
Either or. I know a couple people that I had scheduled a meet and greet for had said they heard him on the radio, so it probably a little bit of both.
We don't really care as long as it gets taken care of. A couple of quick texts here for you. Text says, just saw sweet little Harvey and 2-month-old baby Cinnamon Toast Crunch at Petco yesterday. I'd take them all if I could. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that's CT Crunch for sure. She's a 2-month-old solid gray kitten that looks like your cat.
Oh, okay.
And so maybe you need to take her.
But, no. And if my wife is listening, no. We have 2 gray cats, and I love the gray cats, Russian blues, whatever they are. They just got the best personalities, but 2 is plenty. We're good. We're good. Another text says you can use some broken down cardboard or tarp to help protect their paw pads from cold concrete and frozen ground.
Excellent idea. I didn't even think of that. So whoever sent that in, thank you. Yes, you absolutely can. Paws, they get injured easily in these types of weather, or this type of weather. So the broken down cardboard and tarp is an excellent idea.
And listen, when we're talking about paws, we talk about it anywhere from the blacktop in the summer to now you're looking at the cold. The other problem too is as they get wet and they're out there, it's going to be so cold. Listen, they're going to melt some snow, but also you've got to take care of their paws as soon as they come back in, because you've got ice. It's so cold out there that it will freeze almost instantly to some of those paws or nails, things of that nature. So you've got to overthink how bad it is and how cold it is. Like Tuesday morning, the low's going to be 0. Mm-hmm. And they're going to
not wind chill. That's the zero. That's actual air temperature.
Actual air temperature. So you got to think about these things, Sunday night, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, how bad things are going to be. Animals, right now is when you got to overthink what they need.
Yep, absolutely. I agree 100%. It's never hurt anyone to be over-prepared.
Indeed. All right, Angie, I appreciate you being here. Try to make it through the weather as best you can, and we'll talk again next week. Thanks a lot.
We're going to try. Have a good one.
Angie Gillenwater, Kanawha Charleston Humane Association, with this week's Adopt Me Please Pat of the Week. It's Harvey, 3-year-old male cat, neutered and vaccinated, living it up now, Brian, in the Petco penthouse at Southridge.
I love that.
Very, very sweet cat, and loves people. So if you're looking for a great-looking cat, picture posted, Dave Allen Radio on Facebook, at Dave A70 on X, and the WCHS Network Facebook page as well. Go and check out Harvey and go adopt this cat. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Generations Ford of Hurricane, your family and locally owned Ford dealership, providing customers with X-Plan discount pricing on select new Ford vehicles, meaning you pay what Ford suppliers pay. And if you need service, they offer customer pickup and delivery as well. Visit today just off the Hurricane exit of I-64 or online generationsford.com. One destination for every generation, Generations Ford. See dealer for details. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Meteorologist Bryan Hughes, latest member of the MetroNews team, is here with us. We'll continue talking with him. Yes, we'll get to the weather, giving you a little bit of a break, okay? For a little bit, giving Brian a little bit of a break as well.
Watching new forecast models come in right now.
New forecast models are coming in. And by the way, if you don't follow him on Facebook, make sure you do. And I'll let him talk about that a little bit later on. Bradley Harris from Carnival at the Clay Center is going to join us a little bit later on. And we're going hunting and fishing next. Stay with us. The Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
The Dave Allen Show is presented in part by Generations Ford in Hurricane, part of the Eric J. Tarr family of businesses.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Tired of your floors looking like 1980? Then head on over to Nitro Carpet and Design Center. With West Virginia's best selection of carpet, tile, hardwood, and custom flooring, your home can transform from drab to fab. Plus, with design support, installation, and financing options, it's easier than ever to turn your home into fabulous. Visit Nitro Carpet and Design Center, right off the interstate at New Goff Mountain Road in Cross Lanes. Go from drab to fab. Visit nitrocarpet.com today.
Now showing on Metro News Television, your friends at Hope Gas present Episode 6 of State of Minds. Hoppy Kercheval visits with Jacob Gordon, world-renowned tattoo artist and owner of Katana Gold.
What do you think would fit me?
I think a ninja. A ninja with two swords.
State of Minds, Episode 6, now available on Metro News TV. Presented by Hope Gas, with support from Greer Industries. Only on the Metro News Television app.
Welcome back to the show. It is 9:24 on this Friday morning. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine, a podcast promoting healthier lifestyles in and beyond the state. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetroNews.com, under the podcast menu. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text, 304-935-5008. Text says, great to hear Bryan Hughes again. I was one who got up early to hear him at 4:30 a.m. Question, is Bryan on Instagram?
I am. I'm on everything, but the problem is updating all of them.
Yeah. So remind people where they can follow you on Facebook.
Facebook, it's facebook.com/Bryan Hughes Weather, BRYAN. Again, I'm not the politician in Texas. Just so we're clear, because believe me, he's a little controversial. I am not. I just do the weather. But you can find me on Facebook, and that's where you're going to get the constant updates. I'm working on integrating everything else into because you know what you want to do. You want to post it one time. Mm-hmm. And then forget about the rest.
Yeah. Weather didn't get the memo,
right? It did not. But listen, I'm in everyone's Facebook feeds right now. I know this. I think over the last 7 days, 11 million views.
11 million views.
Yeah.
I had 11 on my page. I had 11
this morning.
Glen Jarrell probably had about 11 million views.
Not quite that many.
Glen Jarrell from the Trophy Hunters Association is here. Rain, snow, sleet, whatever. It's going on, man.
Absolutely. We're going to open the doors today at noon. Okay. We're going to go till 9 tonight. In the morning, we're going to open up again at 9 and go till 9 Saturday night, Sunday morning, 10 to 5. We'll be there.
And you told me, because I asked you in the green room, I said, have you had people cancel? And other than somebody who canceled because of sickness, and there is a lot of that going on, all your vendors are still coming, man.
Not still coming. They're there. They came in yesterday. They said, hey, we want to get here. We're here. And they're setting up. The local ones are coming in this morning. Yes, they're here.
Well,
we're here. We're ready.
And when you think about this, if there's anybody who can weather this, it literally are hunters.
Hunters with the 4-wheel drives,
Yeah.
And they don't have anything else to do.
Right.
Okay. So come down to the show.
Unless they're hunting snow bunnies, that's about all. Yeah.
And so you open up at noon today, right?
That's right.
And admission is $12 at the door. Those 12 and under get in for free. You're 9 to 9 tomorrow, 10 till 5 on Sunday. And I want to talk about, of course, Chris Lawrence, your friend of mine.
Yeah.
Chris will be broadcasting live, 3-hour show there tomorrow. And he's going to be there throughout the weekend. We're going to be there throughout the weekend. The members of the WVRC media chart. Brian's going to be there. He doesn't know it yet, but Brian's going to be there. So if you can safely get out from where you are, come join us.
Absolutely. Like I say, all the outfitters and the vendors are there. They're looking for you. And if you want to see Chris Lawrence, he'll be there. And you too, guys. And people have been asking about what happened to Bryan Hughes, our favorite weather-man. Now we know where he is. Come down to the show and see him, okay?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Yeah, when people come to the show, are there license things that they can upgrade? Are there things to get the kids' license, things of that nature?
Really, the Department of Natural Resources will be there. They have a big presence there. Their law enforcement division will be there. They'll be answering any question you have about licensing, who needs to get them, where to get them, which the youngsters will have to have the educational part of it. Mm-hmm. They'll have to pass that test. They can tell you where to go to get it and so forth. The other division of the Natural Resources will be there. We call it Wildlife. They'll answer all your questions about why we set certain bag limits and dates and so forth. And they always have projects going on. They may be studying black bears or rattlesnakes or everyone. They can update you on all that. So there's a world of information there. Come on down.
And two, when you go there, I mean, you think about how the DNR has evolved because now, used to, you'd go, you'd shoot a deer, you'd kill it, in deer season, in buck season, and the next thing you know, you'd have to take it in, get it tagged and stuff. Not anymore.
No, right now,
pictures.
You can, if you have a cell phone in the woods, bam, it's checked in, okay? Or if you wait to get home, do it on your computer, okay? It's really revolved. It's really easy to do now, and the Department of Natural Resources came a long ways in making it user friendly as far as everything involved with the deer hunting.
I think that is the most fascinating thing how they have evolved, and to you when you also look, West Virginia now you can put your license on your iPhone, on your Android device. It's cool how they made it to the next version of this world.
Absolutely. And again, they're all there. Come down and talk to them.
And tell the folks about that special attraction that you got to like the special attraction, but the one in particular.
Yes, the one in particular is, we call it the General. It's the world class. It's the biggest whitetail set of antlers that's ever been recorded. Okay, they were found in Nebraska, 1959. It's on a world tour, and we were blessed to get it here in Charleston, West Virginia this weekend. Normally, if you kill a white-tailed deer with the scores 110 points, it goes in the record book. With a rifle, 130. This thing scored 218.
Jeez.
It's the world's largest, and we have it there. Come on down. That alone is worth seeing. It's almost as big as Chris Lawrence.
We love Chris. We love Chris. But that, I mean, every year, that's one of the things that I've learned in the time that I've been working with you guys is every year you've got that one or two big attractions that, just that people are interested in, even if they're not necessarily outdoors people. They're all interested in anomalies like that or, things like that. Yeah.
But it's not just hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
We have kayaks there. Anything to do with outdoors. If just hiking and so forth, there's something there for you. I'm going to have a great fashion show on Friday afternoon at 6 o'clock. Anything to do with the ladies' clothes, the youngsters' clothes, they're there. It's it's a lot of fun. That fashion show is worth coming down alone to see.
And the food. I'm all about the food. You know that, Glenn.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always great food there. Tell the folks about the phone call that you had just before you went on the air.
Yes, I just got a phone call from the guys up in the Grafton, Philippi area. And they were saying, hey, is a guy going to be there selling beef sticks? I said, yeah. He says, a guy going to be selling jerky? I said, yes. He said, a pickle man going to be there? I said, the crazy cucumber guy is there. They said, we're coming down if we have to plow snow coming down 79.
Are you familiar with the pickle guy there, Brian?
I am not.
All right.
I mean, listen, I love pickles, but I'm not familiar.
Glenn, tell them the story about the pickle guy.
The pickle guy, last year, he came in, he says, I have 155-gallon buckets of pickles. I said, that's amazing. You might sell 50 of them. He ran out on Saturday, went back to Pennsylvania, got 50 more buckets for Sunday.
You're kidding me.
True story.
And these pickles, I mean, that's what I told Glenn the other day, Brian. I mean, with pickles, I'm thinking, okay, dill, bread and butter, sweet, whatever. He's got like every kind of pickle from jalapeno on down.
Well, I'm just checking the bank account to make sure I can get all the pickles that I want. And, it looks like, I can go do that.
It's his first day on the job. He just went in and asked him for an advance,
Okay.
$2,000.
Okay.
And they ponied it up.
Yeah, it's $2,000 worth of pickles.
We do take credit cards.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay.
And with people in media, sometimes when they give you a credit card, it's actually their name on it, too. One we found somewhere. All right. So, Glenn, we do want to make sure that everybody's safe in getting out there. Right. And Brian's going to talk about the weather a little bit later on. But if you can safely get there, we want you to come out because you guys are going to be there. Jason Aldean got canceled, but not the hunting and fishing show.
That's correct. We're definitely going to open today at noon. Okay.
What kind of a country fellow is he if he's canceling, but yet we can still have the hunting and fishing show?
Well, to be honest with you, I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers about this today because I thought, and I said on this, there's no way they'll cancel the Jason Aldean concert. And they did, and there's a couple things that factor in. Number one, I didn't look at their tour dates to see where they're coming from.
Oh.
And you have how many states that are under winter weather advisories right now?
What do we do? 26, I think.
26. So chances are, again, I haven't looked at the schedule. There was a Charlotte in there, and there was an Atlanta or Pittsburgh or one of these cities that's affected. And sadly enough, editorial comment, we live in a society now that likes to sue people.
Right.
And who knows if somebody on their way to a concert or would just come out and say, all right, this is Jason Aldean's fault or this is the Coliseum's fault that I was driving from Boone County on my way there and wrecked. I'm going to sue. I mean, you can laugh at that, but
we
that's
know
the society we live in.
It's reality. But anybody who's come to the hunting fishing show is not that kind of person.
Yeah, exactly.
We know that.
100%.
Brian, I got a call yesterday, and the guy says, where all are your vendors and outfitters coming from? How far away? I said, well, Maine, Nebraska, Wyoming, South Africa. He said,
okay.
What? I said, I have 7 outfitters coming from South Africa. So if you can come from Boone County down, come on down. You're next door.
Are they getting snow in
okay?
South Africa?
It always rains down in Africa. We do know that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And God bless those rains, too.
All right. Hours are, again, noon till 9 today, 9 to 9 Saturday, 10 till 5 on Sunday at the Coliseum Convention Center. Again, Chris Lawrence will be doing Outdoors Live. And actually, he's going to do Outdoors Live, but he's doing a separate other 3-hour show from there tomorrow. Admission $12 at the door. And if you want to get your kids in, under 12, they're free. All
Absolutely.
right. Glenn, we'll see you there, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being a trooper. Thanks for coming in here. All right.
Thank you both.
Absolutely.
Brian, I'm glad you're here.
Hey, tell your wife, thank you for watching. And now she can listen.
That's right. All right. Thank you.
All right. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants, helping to identify environmental concerns like asbestos, lead, mold, and indoor quality issues in buildings all across the state, providing inspections, testing, and accredited lab services you can trust. Visit pinnaclecorp.net, helping you understand your environment because what you don't know can hurt you. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor text 304-935-5008. We're going to talk Carnival coming up next on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for shopping locally.
The start of a new year means even more savings at Walker Chevrolet in Nitro. Now, you're not going to find better deals on four-wheel drives anywhere in the Kanawha Valley this winter than at Walker Chevrolet. The lot at Walker is stacked with inventory right now to get you ready for that snowy West Virginia weather. From Silverado to Tahoe, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, Colorado, man, Walker has got them all. And you know you're going to get the best deal possible on those 4x4s at Walker because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games here, just honest, fair deals. And if you've got an old car you want to get rid of, Walker is still buying cars too. All makes and models are welcome, and you're going to get paid top dollar for it, even if you plan to buy somewhere else. But don't wait until those winter weather advisories go up and you're stuck in the house. Get that new four-wheel drive truck or SUV today at Walker Chevrolet in the shadow of the Interstate Bridge, just off the Nitro exit of I-64. Walker Chevrolet, making friends one deal at a time.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I am often asked, what is the value of my case? The answer, of course, depends on your injuries, liability, and the damages to you financially. And it also very much depends on the law firm you hire to represent you. All firms are not the same. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been here at your time of need. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Office 222 Capitol Street, Charleston. Cases will be handled by West Virginia licensed attorneys. The attorney in this ad is not licensed in West Virginia. ForThePeople.com.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
We got 22 minutes away from 10. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Bridge Valley Community Technical College. Visit bridgevalley.edu. Bridge Valley Community Technical College. Your career starts here. First day on the job, meteorologist Bryan Hughes is with us. And I got to tell you a quick story. Glen Jarrell, buddy from the West Virginia Hunting Fishing Show. We wrap up the segment. I don't think Glenn would mind me telling us. He said, can I make a quick phone call? Did he call his...
Called his wife.
Called his wife and said, guess who I'm with right now?
And handed me the phone over, and I said, hi, Judy. How are you this morning? She goes, oh, my gosh. I've missed you so much.
I'm talking to Bryan Hughes. See, I never get that. Anybody hands a phone to me, it's probably somebody with a subpoena on the other line or something like that.
Well, I've had that too. So.
Well, you know. Bradley Harris, who has no subpoenas, is with us right now. How you doing, my friend?
Well, I feel honored to be here on Bryan Hughes' first day on the job.
Yeah.
What a pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Listen, you know I've been working on stuff, trying to get all this lined out, and I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm happy to see you here. I think this is a great opportunity. MetroNews, everybody knows, is the go-to statewide, and here's another powerhouse added to the group. So congratulations.
Well, I appreciate the kind words there. We're gonna have a fun time. CEO upstairs goes, you were here before I was.
What they're not telling you, Bradley, is that they're firing me. You know, to bring this.
So Dave's last day is today.
Yes, so
thank you for your service, Dave.
No.
Let's not start those rumors.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, Bradley Harris is here. We're going to talk about Carnival coming up to Clay Center. What's the date?
Thank you for having me. It is Saturday, January 31st, and we are really excited. This is our 15th anniversary, and I know you've heard a little bit from Sierra about this, but, it's a really special opportunity this year. The theme is reflection, and it's created a lot of buzz. What do I wear? What do I do? And it's reflecting back to those who started Carnival. And for those who don't know, Carnival is the Clay Center signature event. Clay Center, obviously, for the arts and sciences of West Virginia, is the premier event, art, science center, children's museum for the state of West Virginia. And we're really proud of our Clay Center. And you'll hear me say that, our Clay Center, because the story...
Good way to put it. Yeah.
It's ours. And, I'm somebody who grew up at the Sunrise Museum and transitioned to the Clay Center, and I'm still part of that journey. And I just love being involved there. It's a great group of people to work with, a great board, great staff, and we're really excited. So Carnival this year, we're reflecting back on all those who came before us, who paved the way, and we still have an opportunity. If you want to come, you can still come. We have tickets, just a few left, but
just a few.
Like probably
literally.
Today's the day. So If you don't have them yet, I'm telling you, I'm a last-minute person, 23rd hour, but this is the 23rd hour. So
23rd and a half, maybe. All right, and it's next Saturday night over at the Clay Center.
Next Saturday night.
And this is, and you're right about this, Bradley, this is one of those events that is like a premier. We have 2 or 3, 4 maybe in Charleston every year that you got to be at. If you're anybody, you got to be at this thing, and you got to go all out to be there.
Yeah, so 750 people come together. Bryan can tell you, I know he's a frequent flyer there, as I am too, but the costumes get a little outrageous.
Well, it's Carnival.
I have one night a year. I say that. People look at me and they're like, I don't think in your profession and your work you should be dressing like that. I'm like, I got one night a year, okay?
That's it.
It's Carnival.
Have
Give
fun.
it to me, right?
Have fun.
Listen, no, you don't know eyeliner till you've been to Carnival.
Yeah.
There are colors that you go, is he actually wearing that color of eyeliner? Yes.
It's a fun time.
Listen, I'll tell you, it is a fun time. I've hosted the gig. I hosted a gig for about a decade, and all of a sudden they kicked me out. But that's a different story.
But he's not bitter.
Yeah, not bitter at all.
He's back. He's not bitter. He's back.
A decade. Anyways, but now, listen, I had a fun time every time. Because the one thing about Carnival is there's always something different. Mm-hmm. There's never, you have some of the same things that happen, and you know where the bar is always set up. The bars are always in the same spots. But there's always something different at Carnival that you go, huh? I didn't know they could do that.
There's an element of surprise, but I would be remiss if I didn't go back to it. And everybody always says, what's it about? It's just a party. It's this, it's that. And I always get that question. I obviously worked very close and chaired the event the past 3 years. I get to be honorary this year. So I just thank you, Kathy Bush, for just allowing me to show up this year with all of my previous co-hosts throughout the years. But I think more importantly, $2.1 million raised through the event that have gone back into STEAM education programs statewide. And I think as someone from Raleigh County who grew up traveling, my dad was teacher principal and my mom and dad drove me over here. I was a frequent flyer at the Sunrise and went to the Clay Center. We now, through dollars raised through Carnival, $2.1 million, one of those initiatives is Clay to Go. And that puts mobile exhibit at the Clay Center on the road. And the goal is all 55 counties. And so that's very simple. If you're in a county across West Virginia outside of Kanawha County, you'd like Clay to Go to come out, we can set up exhibits for a few weeks at a time, and that really just meets folks where they are. We know the challenges of travel and financial needs that exist in the state, and so the opportunity to bring, what if we spark one kid in, Wirt County, or we spark somebody out in the middle of nowhere who may never have access, and I really think it is a party, it is the go-to, it's the signature event of the town, whatever. But I think more importantly, purchasing a ticket or sponsoring, you are part of that impact being made and delivering the mission of the Clay Center really statewide. And that's so important. And that's really kind of my why, and behind that, where those dollars go. And I think that's important to mention as well.
And again, we're kind of spoiled here in the Kanawha Valley because we have the Clay Center, we have the Coliseum Convention Center, we have all these things. I'm from a rural county as well that was probably had a lot more than a lot of other. Logan County had a whole lot more than what some other counties did.
You had Tops, and as a child, I always wanted to go to Tops.
Well, if you remember, listen,
I never made it to Tops.
Let me tell you, if you know about Tops, you probably could go as a child because they were kind of.
It was always a dream of mine. I never fulfilled that dream of all my dreams.
But I will say there are some of the counties you mentioned, and I'm not disparaging them in any way, but I'm just saying they don't always get a lot of the attention.
Right.
With this Clay on the Go, you go to the Wirt counties, whatever the county is, you actually take the stuff to them. It's not about them coming to Charleston as much as it is about you going to them. And Carnival helps to make that happen. And it just amazes me when I had Sierra on a couple of weeks ago talk about, and believe me, I mean, Sierra showed me some stuff that I had never seen before as it pertains to the amount of money that they raise and stuff. I mean, it is amazing.
Well, and I think more importantly, it's I said this earlier, and I'm going to continue to say it because when I speak about Clay Center, I don't say the Clay Center, I say our Clay Center.
I like that.
The story of the Clay Center is beautiful, and
what is the story? Give us a quick.
Lyle Clay saw the vision. The Clay family and the Clay Foundation were very instrumental in the Sunrise and the Charleston Arts Museum back in its heyday. I love the Sunrise. It's so nostalgic for me. And I appreciate my parents more than they know for bringing me out to do all of the things that I got to do there and at the Clay Center when it opened. But he had this vision, and why can't we have something so nice like Carnegie in Pittsburgh and all these other, facilities, 240,000 square foot facility he saw a vision for in the heart of the capital city for West Virginia. And I say our Clay Center because it was funded by our community
100%.
And a lot of those families who helped fund it and the patrons like me who give, what I can and will continue to build that as I continue to grow. Really have created that legacy and now it's our time to take, through programs like Carnival and Clay to Go to really expand the mission and build for the next generation. And so that's why I just think it's so important that we continue to invest in facilities like our Clay Center and engage the community. And this is a great opportunity. I think it's a great feeder, into donor stewardship. If you're interested in getting involved and giving back, Friends of Clay, I'll give a quick plug for Friends of Clay, is a membership society of mainly young professionals and folks who it really develops a pipeline for future donors for the Clay Center. You give what you can, and there's, an opportunity for you to be really an advocate for the Clay Center and to promote the programming. I mean, Roger Nicholson had the vision for, I love it used to be Sound Checks. It's now the Emerging Artist Series. But what an opportunity.
Son Ryan is our producer today. That's why, if you're wondering,
I didn't know that. Good to see you over
waving
there.
him through the glass there. Go ahead.
But his vision for that, I think, just to bring in emerging artists, really, and that's what we've rebranded it now, the Roger Nicholson Emerging Artist Series, but really, such an intimate evening that you get to spend on the Clay Center stage. And I love being on that stage and looking back at those gorgeous seats. I just think it's such a beautiful, what a gem we have here in the heart of Charleston and serve so many people, not only in the state, but regionally.
Right.
We get great events, we get great concerts, the Broadway series. And so, like I said, Zach and Kathy and the whole team over there do such an incredible job in elevating the mission of the Clay Center.
All right, but you need to get your tickets like yesterday, right?
Right now, today. Yeah.
Okay,
hang up and get
today's the day.
Yeah.
All right. And where can they get tickets? Where's the best place?
I would go online. So go to the Clay Center.
But you do need to get them today.
Clay Center website, get online, go on social media. There'll be links to click out and get your outfits. You can rush order.
And I'll say this, since we got Weather Boy here, I would say that next Saturday, we're concerned about this weekend, but one thing we know, next Saturday, it is going to be cold.
Brutally cold.
We can already say that. So when you're choosing your outfit, plan accordingly. Right, Brian?
Right. Wear your undergarments. Make sure you're in good shape because it's
nothing says elegance like Granny's Long Johns. I've always said that.
Exactly.
That's the name of my band in college, by the way.
Granny's Long Johns.
Granny's Long Johns. Yeah.
Oh man, let's think about that. Interesting. But there you go.
This is already going off the rails.
Make sure you're wearing drawers.
Yeah, draws. Make sure you got your draws on.
Up in the Hollis draws.
Draws. All right, Bradley. I appreciate you coming
here,
man.
Dave. And Brian, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of this experiment. But probably won't go past 10 o'clock this morning after they put me and him together. Bradley Harris, appreciate you being here, buddy. Thanks a lot. 9:49, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Wintertime now. We're already talking about baseball at Go-Mart Ballpark. Go ahead and get your merchandise, your season tickets, and more at dirtybirdsbaseball.com. Yeah, we're getting to the weather with Bryan Hughes when we come back on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses live to make life better for you and your family.
When you meet someone for the first time, a beautiful smile is the best first impression. If you desire a beautiful smile, no matter where you are in your dental journey, let Garib Dental Group and their experienced dental professionals help make it a reality. From routine cleanings to complex cosmetic treatment, simple fillings to advanced implant placement, Garib Dental Group is prepared to handle any smile. And with the latest technology conveniently placed at each of their 6 locations, Garib Dental Group is prepared to handle the most complex treatment plans. Visit GaribDentalGroup.com to learn more. We love to see your smile.
If you've seen the Mardi Gras Casino and Resort in Crosslades, you've seen Axton Construction. If you've seen the Conference Center at Adventures on the Gorge, you've seen Axton Construction. If you've seen the People's Bank in Charleston, you've seen Axton Construction. For education, healthcare, manufacturing, any industry, make your next project Axton Built, the standard of quality for generations. At 1700 State Route 34 in Hurricane and online at axtonconstruction.com.
Dave Allen here for the all-new Generations Ford of Hurricane. With construction underway and the new Fords hitting the lot each day, we're providing our customers with X-Plan discount pricing on the purchase of select new Ford vehicles. This means you pay what Ford suppliers pay. Need service? Generations Ford is offering customer pickup and delivery. Visit us today off the Hurricane exit or online at generationsford.com. One destination for every generation, Generations Ford.
One destination for every generation, Generations Ford.
It's time to go somewhere we've never been before. You won't need GPS. There are no maps for where we're heading. In fact, the only thing you need to bring is hope. It's what moves us forward to the promise of a bright future while illuminating the traditions of our proud past. And Hope Gas is lighting the way as the catalyst for growth on our terms. Let's go together, because with hope, we're going places. Learn more at hopegas.com.
Welcome back to the show. 8 minutes away from 10, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Huston's Pizza. This month, get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and a pizza bowl, $22.99. Find your nearest Huston's Pizza for delivery, pickup, or dine in at hustonspizza.com. Newest member of the Metro News team, Bryan Hughes, is here. All right, text says, Florida guy here. Now, Bryan, if you're on with me from time to time, you'll know I have regular texters, and this guy
from all over
always identifies himself as Florida guy. Warm wedge wins out like always, and all snow totals will be much lower than predicted. Sorry, West Virginia, but this happens all the time, and I saw it in countless storms when I was up there. From Virginia to the PA border and 119 up to I-79 to west will be snow accumulation bust. See what Bryan thinks about this.
So the warm wedge, yes, we always say the warm wedge wins. The trick about this is that forecast models are now trending back to a colder solution. Matter of fact, even the National Weather Service about 8 o'clock this morning popped out new snow totals that bumped them back up.
Okay.
Listen, the American model, and the American model and the Canadian model are trending back to the cold. And actually the American model never left. Once it resolved its issues, day before yesterday, it aligned itself with the European and the Canadian and the German, forecast model. This is just German model. You have to do an accent every once in a while. But these forecast models, you typically take the American and you throw it out. You can't right now because it is not moving from its solution, which is all snow and maybe a little sleet and then ice maybe and freezing rain like McDowell, Wyoming, Summers counties, maybe down around Pikeville.
But for people that are saying, okay, the warm wedge is going to get out, we're going to get nothing. That is not true.
That's not true at all.
If the warm wedge completely overpowers us, we're still going to get a lot of snow.
Right. Matter of fact, let me explain this real quick for you. As far as the snow is concerned, on Saturday alone, from Saturday into Sunday morning, Huntington gets 6 to 8 inches of snow. Charleston, 4 to 6. Logan, 4 to 6. Flatwoods, 6. Then the ice, if the ice and freezing rain comes in, well then after that's done, guess what we get on the backside? From Sunday into Monday, we still get another 3 to 4 inches. So whatever, even if you have the base that shrinks because of the rain or the freezing rain weighs it down, you still have more on the backside.
Right. It is, and that's the thing about it is this is, and it does remind me.
It's a multi-pronged storm.
Yeah, and it's going to start for most folks, and again, we're concentrated in the Kanawha Valley, 4 o'clock tomorrow, 4 or 5?
Yeah, about 4 o'clock. Yeah, we'll have some flurries as early as 1, 2 o'clock. But 4 o'clock, that's when the snow starts, and by 6, 7 o'clock, you've probably got an inch, maybe 2 on the ground, but probably about an inch. And then as we go through Saturday night and then on into Sunday morning, that's when the bulk of our snow will fall. Now, if it stays further south, if the solutions keep us out of if they just keep us out of the rain, if they keep us out of the freezing rain, we're still going to have some of it. You won't have melting, but you'll have compaction. But if we do get rain, it's still, you're still going to have so much snow. And guess what? That creates a layer of ice. And then after that, you've got the bitter cold. The numbers specifically for Charleston, and make sure all these numbers are in. 33 our high today, 8 tonight. Tomorrow's high is 23. Guess what that does? That sets up. It makes sure that the ground in the first half inch to inch, if it's warm just a touch where it's a little softer, You walk across the dirt right now, it's a little softer, but about 1 inch to 2 inches below, it's frozen. But that freezes up that top layer. So guess what? It's fully supportive of all this snow that's going to fall, and it's going to stick. There's no melting that's going to happen. By the way, 0 on Tuesday morning, the low.
Text says, I heard the snow accumulation will be a total of 6-7. Does it, Dexter?
Of course. I mean, listen, and we're going to have plows out, and there's going to be people with backhoes moving snow.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah. I think if the texture could have done the thing with the hands like the kids do. I don't get that. Why do adults get so upset when kids do stupid things? Because haven't kids always done stupid things?
Kids always do stupid things, but guess what the adults do? The adults go, that's funny, but it's stupid, but I'm going to do it too.
And then the kids are looking at you going, oh, that's 6 months ago.
Right, exactly.
We don't do that. But Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. All right, so Sunday's temperatures, though, the temperatures.
Yeah.
Are actually, did I hear you correctly, are actually going to be a little bit warmer than what they were on Saturday.
Yes.
Is there a chance that if it does turn to rain, that some of the snow gets swept away?
No. I mean, yes, there will be melting.
Yeah.
And there could be, at maximum, there's about a 6-hour window of rain. But again, the ground is solidly frozen, and all you're doing is compacting it. Yes, you're going to have a little bit of this wash off. Some streets, they're going to be awesome. But immediately following that is an Arctic blast of cold air that will solidly make everything ice, and you have snow on the backside of the system Sunday night into Monday morning. And that puts another layer down, and at that point you go, well, crap. There's not much we can do except it's a skating rink and no school Monday, probably not Tuesday.
And people always look at, and I know you guys in the weather, I mean, it must drive you crazy because people are always saying, well, how much is so-and-so going to get? How much? It's not about the amount of snow. I mean, It doesn't matter because in this type of scenario you're talking about, 4 inches may as well be 12 or 13. I mean, as far as the driving ability.
So the most accidents happen between 1 and 2 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And then after that, 3+, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But I can tell you this. I saw yesterday, I posted the picture. Mm-hmm. I was following the beet juice from the West Virginia Department of Highways. They were putting beet juice down as a preemptive strike against this storm.
Now, what does beet juice really do? You're a scientist.
It actually lowers it actually makes sure that, it acts as a melting agent. Mm-hmm. And it's also not corrosive to your vehicles. It's going to stick a little more.
Yeah.
And your vehicle might be a little sticky if you get behind one of those trucks. Matter of fact, my truck's sticky. But it is actually, it allows the snow not to particularly stick on the roads.
Even with the temperatures.
It's better than salt and brine.
Right. So who knew? Beet juice.
And actually, they've been doing this for about 15 years. It's just, they did the experiments in West Virginia to make sure it all was working out. And they were spraying yesterday.
And if you're going to a grocery store today, use some common sense.
Right. Be nice.
My wife was over at Kroger in Teays Valley early this morning. I don't know whether I'm supposed to say this or not, but I'll go ahead and say it. Someone there told her they did $749,000 in business yesterday.
My friends at Sam's Club, $1 million day yesterday.
All right.
$1 million day today.
Meteorologist Bryan Hughes, welcome to the team, my friend.
Good to be here.
And you're going to stick around, I think, for some of Talk Line.
Yeah, why not?
Wilson, Wilson and Meadows is here.
I take offense to that.
I'm sorry. What you got real quick?
We're going to all things storm. Hoppy stops by, Steyer, Walt in the house, politics,
all right.
A to Z. We got you.
All right. I'll see you later today with Amanda. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM, W243DRFM Charleston, and W283AQ Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.